Let's dive into today's hot topic. A proposed trade that could send shockwaves through the Western Conference and change the course of the Houston Rockets' trajectory. Norman Powell to Houston. This isn't just a rumor. It's a potentially franchise-altering move. According to a newly surfaced trade proposal, the Rockets would receive veteran sharpshooter Norman Powell and a 2025 first-round pick, while sending Jock Landale, Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore, and the number 10 pick to the Los Angeles Clippers. Let that sink in. A 21 points per game scorer, shooting over 48% from the field and nearly 42% from beyond the arc, landing in Houston. That's not just a good deal. That's a calculated high-stakes swing by GM Rafael Stone. And if it lands, it could be a generational heist. Let's break it down. Why Powell? Norman Powell isn't your average role player. Last season with the Clippers, he quietly posted 21.8 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game, shooting 48% from the field and a lights-out 41.7% from deep. He's a proven three-level scorer who thrives in catch-and-shoot situations. 80% of his threes are assisted. That's music to the ears of Rockets fans, especially given how Houston's offense is structured. The Rockets' half-court sets often run through Alperen Şengün, who acts as a point forward facilitating from the top of the key or elbow. That naturally creates open looks for perimeter shooters. And Powell? He's lethal in those exact moments, especially in the corners, where he hits 41% of his shots. As ESPN-style analysts might say, Powell's fit in Houston's offensive scheme isn't just ideal, it's tailor-made. A solution to playoff problems. The Rockets have made strides under head coach Ime Udoka, but their playoff shortcomings revealed a glaring hole: reliable outside shooting. After their Game 7 collapse to the Warriors, Udoka bluntly stated, "We need 90% free throw shooters and 50% three-point shooters." Now, while 50% from three is a near impossible ask, Powell's 41.7% from deep puts him in the NBA's elite tier and definitely addresses that need. The playoffs slow down, the game tightens. You need floor spacers, veterans, and players who won't crumble under pressure. Powell checks every one of those boxes. What Houston would give up. There's no sugarcoating it. This trade costs Houston some promising pieces. Jock Landale has been a fan favorite. Tari Eason is a gritty, high-effort role player who's shown flashes of brilliance. And Cam Whitmore? He might have the highest upside of them all. Whitmore, just 20 years old, has the athleticism and shot creation to become a star. But he's also buried in a deep rotation and hasn't gotten consistent minutes. In a win-now timeline, he becomes a trade chip. A painful but necessary sacrifice. Then there's the number, 10 pick. Sure, it's a valuable asset in a stacked draft, but how many rookies come in and contribute to playoff wins right away? The Rockets already have their youth movement. Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Şengün. They don't need more potential. They need production. Now, why the Clippers might say yes. You might be asking, why would the Clippers move Powell? Simple, they need to hit the reset button. After flaming out in the first round against Denver, despite a stacked roster featuring Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Powell, the Clippers are reportedly weighing a rebuild. Trading Leonard or Harden would command huge returns, but dealing Powell allows them to retool without a total teardown. In return, they'd get 3 young, controllable assets, including a lottery pick. It's a sensible pivot for a team with a bloated payroll and diminishing returns. Final thoughts. This trade screams win now for Houston. Powell instantly boosts their offense, brings playoff experience, and addresses their biggest flaw. You're trading potential for performance, a classic move for teams ready to contend. Yes, losing Whitmore stings. So does parting with Eason and that 10th pick. But in this league, if you want to win big, You've got to bet big. Norman Powell might just be the bet that pushes Houston from playoff hopefuls to legitimate contenders.